is time. It is time to brew your best beer.
The 2016 SJ Porr Challenge is dedicated to your friend and ours, Paul Wickstein. Brought to you by Brewcraft USA, iMake, Gladfield Malting, Yakima Valley Hops, The Grain Bill, Brewers Exchange, Keg Kingdom Homebrew Supply, Hiraki Homebrew, and a special thanks to our silver sponsors.
Well, here we are again. We're going to do another SJ Porr Challenge review. So tonight, we're going to start out with 78 Whiskey, 34 Zulu, 86 Juliet, which is a red X Session IPA, brewed with coffee malt. It's a 3.1% ABV, and looks to be a pretty good beer. So let's go ahead and crack this thing open. Nice hiss. So let's get a pour. Wow, pretty color. And we'll let her go right there. Alright. Big head on this thing. What about almost 2.5, 3 fingers? Pretty color, kind of a deepish red. It's pretty clear too. You can see through it, so that's a good thing. Alright, well, pretty pillowy. Let's see if I can get the camera angle on it. Pillowy, fluffy head on that. But yeah, just a really pretty beer. Nice and clear. For as dark as it is. But it's got that really pretty amber hue to it. Yeah, that's beautiful. Alright, well, let's get a nose on this thing. Interesting. So I don't get any real coffee notes off of it. More of a citrusy, almost kind of an orange, maybe. But definitely citrus. So I'm getting a little bit of a caramel note to it. Yeah, but no real coffee. Interesting. All right, well, with no further ado, I'm gonna dive in here. Wow. So very interesting. It is a bit much on the carbonation, but right up front you get that coffee. You get that coffee roast with the citrus, and it matches up really well. So yeah, a little bit of coffee, a little bit of citrus, and that bitterness kind of comes in with the coffee. I know I talk with my hands, but that bitterness comes in with that coffee note. Dive in again. Cheers. Yeah, so I get that kind of a coffee roast to it. It's very light. And then that bitterness and the coffee kind of counteract with each other. And then the citrus comes in just as it goes over the middle of your tongue. And then it finishes off just somewhat dry. Not overly dry, but somewhat dry. And you know, the carbonations there tickling your tongue as it comes across. So yeah, kind of an interesting beer. Really interesting. I like it. But I'm going to let this thing warm up, take a few notes, and see where we go from there. So catch you in a few. Okay, well, what a neat beer. So as this beer warms up, I spent a little time with it. In the aroma, you get more of that coffee, and even that coffee aroma along paired with that citrus, but it almost tricks your nose. And for some reason, I'm getting like fig and date out of it as well. But I didn't catch that when it was cold. But now that it's warmed up a bit, I'm catching more of that coffee roast. That I want to say fig or date. That dark colored fruit in it, and that real citrus note is kind of diminished a little bit. You catch a little bit of the hop in it. But yeah, the coffee really starts to come through as it's warmed up. Also in the taste. The taste is still somewhat citrusy, but again, it's lent itself more to that coffee roasted background. And again, I'm catching that earthy type hop presence, I think, is what it's coming from. So I'm really interested to see find out what kind of hop you used. But yeah, overall, I really like the beer. It's a very complex beer, even for a low ABV beer. Again, this thing comes in at 3.1, which I would have never guessed that. Just because it does have kind of a medium mouthfeel to it. It's got a really good flavor. I'm having a hard time, pinpointing what it is because it's changed, as it's gotten a little warmer. But overall, a really nice session IPA. That coffee comes in and matches really well with the bitterness. But then you get that kind of a citrusy fig, like dark fruit coming up in the background of it. And just overall, a very nice sessionable, drinkable beer. Yeah, so cheers to whoever brewed it. Good beer, and a great looking beer, nice and clear. That amber color kind of comes through really nice. The head on this thing, it may be just a little bit overcarbonated, but the head sticks around, which is hard to do in a low ABV beer. It sticks around, and it's nice, that fluffy head. So again, great entry for the SJ Porr Challenge. Cheers to the brewer, and I think we'll leave it at that. So cheers to y'all. Take care.